Good day and welcome to the program Midday Show, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And we say most on the internet on www.radiodemocracy.sl. My name is Stan Soiree, where they bring this edition of the program Midday Show come to you. Like all time inside this program, we get plenty news, information, and entertainment. So do with me for the next 1 hour. You can be part of the program by we send text message na the number 077-981-981 and safe. You can go now we Radio Democracy Facebook page and make your contribution inside the program. Inside the program today, we will talk to the founder and executive director, Prevention First Initiative, Wena Umu Alberta Kamara, where they are for talk about the World Menstrual Day, we they celebrate May 28th. The program na Midday Show, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, where they start to look at issue them inside the program. The Minister of Communication, Technology and Innovation, Salim Abbasi, as we for improved communication at the country, government, development partner and private sector them don't spend over $400 million na this sector. In talk, this is our meeting. When I get with stakeholders in Akenema district, with development partner and parliamentarian them, for SECA, the 7th Consumer Parliament, where the own Akenema district, with the theme, connectivity for accelerated growth. For more on this, we could join reporter Alaji Jallo.
Connectivity for accelerated growth will be the theme inside the 7th Consumer Parliament 2026, where the National Communication Authority, NATCA, and the Ministry of Communication, Technology and Innovation with development partner them, all na Kenema district, for CC Salon people who don't use telecommunication for add them voice for decision making. We said they talk about the challenge them what they don't they face through the mobile network communication and self give recommendation. So authority them will concern about communication na salon. Inside the 7th Consumer Parliament, plenty stakeholders them be they part of this engagement. We said the leader for government business na parliament, Honorable Sir Martin Newman, and the minority leader for the All People's Congress Party na Parliament, Honorable Abdul Kadbo, and other stakeholders them, be they put pen na paper for get waiting. Salon people don't they face for get better quality telecommunication. For plenty time, Salon people don't they cry to the National Communication Authority, where mobile network they increase their service, who say consumer them, can demand for make NATCA punish the mobile network them, but this make the Director General at the National Communication Authority, Amara Briwa, talk about the mandate where they get.
NATCA, they for the people of this country. So the mistake we most people make is that they say NATCA, everything will happen when about it, we for them on the side of consumers. That is not my mandate. I can't people and call the act. And the Lord and the women are made to go by. Anytime we come up with an act, we sit down with the operator them, we sit down with consumer advocates them, then we can go to Parliament. Parliament, now they vote to now, it's okay, this fine, this not fine, this fine, this not fine. So anytime we go to this country, if somebody don't do it because they can't do DG, now literally the network is bad and I will find them. I cannot find people if you're not inside the book.
Way in the talk, the Minister of Communication, Technology and Innovation, Salim Abba, talk about the improvement we don't they happen at the telecommunication sector.
Over these 5 years, over $400 million has been invested in the sector. That from government, from development partners, and from the private sector. And that's important because under the show now say we can't just talk say we prioritize telecom if the investments not go into the sector. That investment, the huge investments ongoing in the infrastructure, and then we could see the improvements in the infrastructure now. If we able to talk say the fiber backbone will come, Now, 8 districts no more fiber backbone mide, but now fiber backbone in 14 out of the 16 districts in a salon. We make plan for close the other 2 districts when I carry them in Falaba for make sure say the fiber backbone all over the country.
Salima Ba continue for talk about the achievement where in ministry and development partner them and the private sector don't they improve the network system na salon.
Talk about network coverage. Yes, we know say some side and not all side gets. But look at the increase in network coverage. We make I think say we are network coverage, we're around 60%. Today, network coverage, we are around 90% network coverage. Over these 5 years, we don't see expansion of 4G coverage to over 88%. We don't see introduction of 5G in a salon.
Salima Ba end up for call on salon people for support the ministry and the National Communication Authority with the recommendation them we go help boost the country in telecommunication for the Society for Radio Democracy. Me, na Alaju Jalo, they report.
The program na midday show where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We will look at another issue inside the program. The Minister of Planning and Economic Development, Kenya Balisi, the meeting we dedicate for SICA, the Public Investments Program, now for look at the guideline projects them, where the ministry they implement and do the best recommendation them for implement this project. Kenya Bali talk this with the Minister of Planning, Economic Development, go launch the Technical Investments Committee, which I plenty ministry, agency, and other departments them be there together. We reporter Alfred Chana gets more and we're gonna report.
The Ministry of Planning and Economic Development, a government body we responsible for national planning, policy coordination, and development strategy. As government we make different nomination for ministry them, department and agency for serve technical investment committee. This committee responsible for appraise projects them, program for selection and review the stock of existing public investment program for effective streamlined portfolio. Thursday, May 21 this year, the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development go pull technical investment committee na do. We go give strength to public investment governance. The financial secretary na the Ministry of Finance, Matudinji, explain wetin na the role of the committee where them don't set up.
Technical Investment Committee, and the role of this committee is to see how to identify this project, what's the scope of this project, and what's the cost of investing this project, but most importantly, how this committee can recommend to government what financing options are there for government to utilize in the implementation of this project. So this committee, once they conclude their work, they will pass it on to an interministerial committee, which is a subcommittee of cabinet, and then they will take a decision as to which set of projects will finally be adopted by government for implementation, and then pass it on out to the Minister of Finance to incorporate in the budget that the Minister will take to Parliament for approval.
Inside a own talk, the Minister of Planning and Economic Development, Kenya Bale, explained what are the purpose of the meeting.
Public investment program. This na the money where we spend on development projects then na salon. Now in the past, waiting don't they happen, we go put projects na the budget where at times the money no go do, we not done the projects, then they overrun now into the next year, they're not done, then we get to spend more money for these old projects, so we not get money for new projects, then at the same time the money limited for recurrent expenditure for their other expenditures where the government get for pay every year.
Kenya Bale talk about the reason why then decide for set up this committee.
So this meeting, we look this as a government and say, no, we get to do something about this situation. So what we decide to do is we set up 3 committees, technical committee where they look into this situation, where they escalate then report to ministerial committee, where we serve as ministers, they discuss them findings and recommendations, and then it go to a presidential steering committee where the final decision don't take. So this meeting, now the first meeting of the technical committee for look at the guidelines, how they work, and then look at the projects where we get and see within the framework I don't tell you, see how they can make the best recommendation for government as to which project we for complete, we start or include new projects.
Kenya Ballet end up for say this committee where they don't set up go help government push them work go before for the society for radio democracy. Mina Alfrejana the report.
The program na midday show where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We get Salmadu Banyawai, we are the programs officer, Prevention First Initiative, and also Mahmoud Baghi, one of the project officer, Advocacy for Women and Youth Empowerment. Well, then they are for talk about the World Menstrual Day, we now May 28th this year. There we come to the program officer, we come out from Prevention First Initiative, we now Salmadu Banyawai, we there for talk about the World Menstrual Day. Take we to waiting now Prevention First Initiative, they but and waiting now an organization in goal.
Fambul them on a good afternoon. I'm Salmadu, and so I represent Prevention First Initiative. And this organization, one we deal with sexual reproductive health, sexual and gender-based violence. You know, now this organization deals with. And so with regarding this, we get school clubs them, various schools them. When within this school club, then we host the picking, then talk about sexual reproductive health issues amongst themselves and the focal teachers them. Also, with regards to the SRHR, we can also get workshop for the students them. We also get workshop for females and men on SRHR. I think last year we host a regional symposium on SRHR. So also we can also extend this to bike riders and policemen them, where we can get workshop where we retain them on advocacy, sexual and gender-based violence, leadership, and also SRHR, because we think say not only women they for benefits from that day, even the man themselves need for nobody that day. So now so this organization day and this not the small thing we can do.
All right, so what are some of the areas them we now on our main focus?
Okay, so we main focus na financial empowerment. Okay, one, we empower the victims of sexual and gender-based violence. We can also get trainings for them where they train their own skills the way they go able use for get money off of. We also they focus on SRHR, like I earlier mentioned, and with this, we get workshop, we get school clubs, we get all that thing that would happen around this, and also we deal with sexual and gender-based violence. You know, we raise awareness on the issues there. So. And they would go out there to the communities, they would go out there to the bike riders, they would go out there to the policemen there, so that we will raise awareness on these issues. So now their main focus there, so we can deal with.
All right, so one of the areas them where one can do some of our activities them na free toya or na all.
Okay, so we activities mostly na free town, but then again we don't get other activities them outside. So with regards to this workshop where I talk about these bike riders, where they empower bike riders on SRH and SGBV, we go na different districts them, we go na Kenema, we were in Boo, we also go Makini. Sorry, Bambali districts where we host their workshop there. So, and currently for this menstrual hygiene day, we get to go to Kailan, where we go get workshop for the picking in Kailan. Also, last year we get 16 days of activism, where we also be in Kailan for host different activities, school sensitization. So we're not only based on Freetown, we also try to extend to other parts of Sierra Leone for where we're able to reach them people in there.
So you don't talk about some of the activities them we wanna don't do. What are the impacts when I don't create?
Okay. So firstly, I feel like say with regarding the SRHR and the school clubs that would they host, picking them day when we they know say because the school clubs them they picking them they we don't get picking they don't go into university from the school clubs, and then picking them they we know say they've been educated, they've been taught about certain things there we don't have been know before, and also we get empowerment, financial empowerment training wherein we they empower women then so the women then they would empower. I would believe certain skills that we don't teach there, they go use that skills they for able to make money so they're not going to be victims or enslaved under SGBV.
Wanna get any total amount of women they wanna empower?
Yes, you get like well for girls I would say 5,000.
Okay.
Okay. For the woman then specifically we would say maybe 2,000.
Since wanna start for
Yes.
Which year?
We begin prevention first initiative in the year 2023. 2023. Yes, that's when we started. So within that time, we don't target man them, we don't target woman. Then the man them, we will say 2,000. But more, we target reach to focus. It's large in the small, the picking them, the boys and girls. You know, like
What are the age them one at the target?
The one that were there between 12 years to 18. Yeah, between adolescents and the teenagers. Yeah.
Alright, so in some of the engagements them we wanna get with them pick it there. What are some of the message them we wanna can send out to them?
Okay, so then picking it so first of all, we can always tell them say may they speak up. Okay. You know, let them not shy away from the public, let them not shy away from people them, make them be confident in whatever they're doing, make them be confident in them body, because most times people then can body shame or maybe they can stigmatize them, when it comes to periods, or maybe their body had a look. So you can always send them a message where they have to be confident, they have to speak up, and then you could also tell them let them prioritize their health, in as much as would they teach them, would they show them the ways they have to do about it, so they, in a way, help them for make them prioritize their health and make them a main focus on their life, So those are some of the messages, more about their health, about their confidence, about being a woman, make them speak up as a woman and not shy away from the public, or not shy away just because there is stigma out there or there is myth or misconceptions about certain things.
Right, so you say some of our main activities them nice free to you so one can do them.
Yes.
Wanna get any specific area them na free to you wanna the target?
So we not get specific area there. We try to cut across all sides.
Right, okay.
We get community clubs there. We get one at Bay Area. We get one at Dove Court. We get one at Kube. We get one at Susan's Bay. There one in there, and then also go with school clubs. Then the school clubs then are different schools there. We get one at Model, Wokel, School for the Blind. And other schools them, and then also we can get school to school sensitization. We can extend now other schools them outside with school clubs. So not get like one area for saying now this part we just try for reach as much people as best as possible.
Alright, so how you go rate on an impact?
We've been trying, and from Musa we start to Musa we do now. It's been a long journey, but we've been impactful because, mind you, we started small. We started with just for make workshop for school club students. That's where we started. Just make workshop, call them, cancel, go to school. But then now we've enlarged our community, our target people. We're not only focusing on the kids or the pupils, we're also targeting the women, the old people, the men, so we've made so much impact in different people's lives. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how I will quantify them, I think we're 7 to 8 over 10. That's how impactful we have been, because from Musa starts to now and how much reach we don't get, I feel like we've done a great job.
So with all the activities them we wanna do in a different area them. Security, what are some of the challenge them we prevention first initiative don't they face for ensure want to implement some of the activities then?
Okay, so one thing we I feel like a cut across most organization and a financial challenge. Because whenever you want to do anything, you have to not to free,
Yeah.
because it's gonna cost more logistics, the human resource. So that's one thing we would battle with. Another issue now with the cultural barriers
Right.
and the stigmatization, especially uh, when you go to become a member, for example, and I don't know how it goes. I think it was Kailan. Yeah, all they talk. They begin for tell we so not allow now, not allow now tone our voice. They kind of thing that they can't talk about. I think it was about 16 days of activism against. I don't know whose activity will be get exactly, but then again they will tell you say this kind of thing that they can't talk about. Not allow people in there they go vex. That kind of thing. So it still brings us back to the idea that people are still not open to these things that we're talking about, like FGM for stop and for at least do them the right way. People and still own up to this whole idea like it's something that they should do. It's okay. They should just do it. So we're still struggling with speaking to them, advocating on behalf of the Pekin the way they are victims. So it's still another issue.
Okay.
Then also the issue they get also because we did try for go. Like I be saying, we're not only one focus on free time, we try for extend ourselves to like differently. Even at some point, say for make one man, I think the previous South with the one man they tell us, oh, if we're gonna fall about. Say they tell us, say, hey, we're gonna fall about, but then they go, they think of the road, they go for think or half for each day, then kind of thing. And so also access. For making people get access to them places, then the back is another issue or challenge they also face in the organization.
All right, Salmadu Banyawai, continue for the between the program as India for talk about the World Menstrual Day, when May 28th this year. Now we'll go to other studio guests, when Mahmoud Bari, when the project officer, advocacy for women and youth empowerment, instead of there for talk about World Menstrual Day, when May 28th. Now, take to what are some of the current activities then of the advocacy for women and youth empowerment?
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to you guys.
Yeah.
Very happy to be here today. We first of all just want to see menstruation a natural process and a natural biological process. We need to understand this as well. It's okay. So, as I be say, good afternoon, viewers. Very happy for the my name na Mahmoud. Me na I dey work for advocacy for women and youth empowerment. Today we dey here for discuss on a very important topic. First of all, we get to understand say menstrual hygiene na a natural biological process we don't need for be shy about,
Oh, it's okay.
and as men as well we involved in the conversation. So at the organization we they promote this day very efficiently. This is now one of the activities what they do for join hands with Prevention First Initiative and Save the Children for come the media and discuss openly about menstrual hygiene. And we also they host workshops because we primarily focus now for empower rural women. We specifically based on the areas of the western area rural district. What we they do now for improve awareness, let people know say issues of SIHR at the broader lens is not something to be shy about. It is healthy and it's important we discuss on them. So we dey organize workshop for empowered and rural women there and girls. We target both schools and out of school girls as well. And we also they target women then at the communities, both in the market and in the different surroundings and at the western area rural districts. During the workshop there, we they give them the required information, both the things them way technical, especially things that has to do with then health, and also those way common we not even need health experience for able for learn am. So these are some of the things that we do. We also they target schools for raise awareness. We done the reach these schools from the starting of last week for tell them about the menstrual hygiene week and specifically on the day and why the need for promote their health. Yeah.
All right, so let's look at what are the main focus of the advocacy for women and youth empowerment. What are our main focus?
Yeah, we main focus now for empower rural women. That's now a mission. We are founded in 2018, and we come together for make sure say women in the rural areas, especially in the western area, rural districts, become part of the broader national development discussions. Before now, the western area rural districts do not be the gateway to Freetown. We not be the get the kind of opportunities where they exist now. So as an organization, we try to empower them women. They are through one, giving them the necessary knowledge, giving them the technical skills, and also on financial discussions as well. We don't host workshops before now for tell them about their financial life, how for, because they deal with market women them back as well. We want to make sure that we empower them with financial knowledge, and we also don't host national girls camp. We don't get girl picking them from across the country for Kanjuan. We own girl picking at the western area rural district for discuss on some of them topic there. And finally, every year we host the western area rural district 30 most influential women award. That award they now for recognize the good work the way the women then at the district they do with the cut across all areas in politics, in agriculture, in business, and even the traditional leaders as well. So this don't they help for expose the women in the rural districts where some of the achievements we don't get now that's at national level now. Even the 50 most influential women award, we get representative from that with 30 most influential awardees from part of those 50 women. So I think we don't try for make that kind of progress there.
So which impact we on our advocacy don't create?
Yeah, so before now, back in 2018, we found AWIE. We hardly see the numbers where currently they exist in terms of political representation. Now in the western area rural district, almost 90% of all the devolved sectors are headed by women. When you go to the Ministry of Sport in the western area rural district, it's headed by a woman. When you go to the Ministry of Social Welfare, is also the deputy director is also a woman, same as MBSSE and most other devolved sectors where they exist in the rural district. We believe we advocacy don't contribute part of this success. We also don't see as a result of we 30 most influential women award who they organize, we don't get national representation for women them in national awards. So these are some of the gains that we don't make, and they continue in that line there.
All right, Mahmoud Bagi, Project Officer Advocacy for Women and Youth Empowerment. Continue for the week. As we go for a short music break, we go look at the World Menstrual Hygiene proper.
Guess what's on the mic and king? Accurate Jojo. And Fred, make we pledge with love and loyalty to the land that we love. Place where we call it home. Nami and you for me. Nami and you for make this country. Nami and you for build. Nami and you for build this country. Put silent first. Make we put we country first. Put silent first. Make we put we country first. Oh.
na midday show where they come to you from the Society for Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get with studio guest. We na Salmadu Banyawa. We na the programs officer, Prevention First Initiative, where they are for talk about the World Menstrual Day. And also we get Mamadou Bari, when a project officer, advocacy for women and youth empowerment. Instead, they are for talk about the World Menstrual Hygiene Day. Now let me go to Salmadu Banyawai, when a the programs officer for Prevention First Initiative. What's in a Menstrual Hygiene Day?
Okay, so Menstrual Hygiene Day, this is a worldly commemoration of the issues surrounding menstruation.
Okay.
You know, because there are so many discussions around this with picking them. There are so many challenges when it comes to menstruation. There are so many myths and misconceptions when it comes to menstruation. There's so many issues when it comes to menstruation. So people thought it fit that this needs to be commemorated. Why? For increased awareness on the issues surrounding menstruation. So the yearly date for menstruation, it occurs on the 28th of May. And then the reason how they come about for choose this time here sooner, because we know say the average days for make woman same period na 5 days. So now I make them choose the fifth month when I mean. And then the average days them of the average cycle for woman for seeing period, or the average cycle of menstruation na 28 days. Hence the May 28th. So that so it come about. So the whole importance of this now for just increase awareness, talk about these issues with the surrounding menstruation and menstrual hygiene.
All right, so what are the importance of this day?
Okay. So this day very important because one, we raise awareness about the importance of speaking up and educating people about menstruation, menstrual health, menstrual hygiene. Because one, if you get picking they go to school, then on that day it's in period. If you not be educated, waiting go happen, they go begin afraid. They will begin feel anxious. Amy, what's happen to me? But if these people so already don't become educated beforehand, but this the time when they happen, what's going to happen? It will feel normal. It will not say, okay, now this will happen to me. So that's one of the importance, because it help for make raise awareness so that people then go know say we need for educate people about this. Also, it help for make we reduce period poverty, because one reason we make beginning stay out of school now because of they can feel like say whether they see them period, or there is this stigmatization, or they don't get money for buy pad for going to school, for use for going to school, or maybe the water facilities and the school not there. But then again, with this menstrual hygiene, we they promote waiting for make picking they know say this year so nothing where you don't need for say they didn't host because it's in the period. You know, they get the confidence say you can still go to school as long as you take the necessary measures them for prevent you, for make you not sorry, say for make you not see any blood pass, say for make you feel uncomfortable, you can still go to school. So this day also they promote the importance of preventing people, students per se, for make them not go to school because they're not going pad. And also this day, they highlight the risk associated back with where you not take care of yourself, hence the menstrual hygiene. You know, because if you don't know how to take care of yourself during this period, so what will happen is you will get so many health risks such as infection, or maybe at some point in time you give a little infertility or number one. So this day also they try for raise awareness, they try for make people become aware about all the issues they are. So because if they're aware about all the issues they are, so they go live a healthy life when it comes to menstruation.
All right, so what's a good menstrual hygiene practice?
Okay, so for one thing, good menstrual hygiene practice starts from what you do use during menstruation, because that's very important. So we get different thing that they use for menstruation. One, when the common one, now the disposable menstrual pad, when any kind of pack rain, or use a one, you know, they use it again. And the other type now we say now the reusable pad, then they able now like cloth, you able use them, and then later you wash and use them back. So therefore know how to take care of them in the day, especially when it comes to the reusable pads, because that one in the day as you use another for 2 years. So when you get for no, so you use I get for like wash and fine, wash with water, wash with soap, and also after that put on a sand, because the sand also they help for waiting for kill the germs then by the cloth. There you don't know you can iron them. Another thing back we need for do now for how for dispose the pad, especially the disposable one, because sometimes the rest of the pad go to any side. You know, you get we have to fold the pad and you get for dispose anyway wearing, you know, say nobody no go see, you know, go put anyway wearing they expose into all kinds of things. Another thing back now, have to take care of which you they wear during the period, because most times the thing they wear back very important. Yeah, so they tell them say obviously if you're in a period, try to avoid like light clothing or clothing they wear like light colors, because just in case you get some sort of the blood pass to sign off a pass, make stain, and then people don't go see them. Another thing back now, how to take care of yourself, your body during the period. We can always advise people and say whenever you use the bathroom, ensure you get water. And I make water very important in this menstrual hygiene practice, because obviously if you go for go pee and as you pee the blood they come out, you get for ensure you clean yourself fine. And also before you clean yourself fine, wash your hand, because I hand you get for go use for clean the private area. So ensure you wash your hand fine before you clean yourself. Then also you don't pee, also you get for pee, ensure you either flush, make other person not come and can see what you don't put inside it. Or if now gone or some side the piece, ensure say when you take water, you treat water so that the pee or the blood go come out. Then lastly now the how for the pad the way you use. I must tend for use the pad. People in kinde, woman then kinde, they can get heavy flow. So it depends on the type of flow. So the changing of pads not constant. It's not a standard thing. So it just depends on how you flow the camp. Some people then flow can be really, really heavy, wherein they need for like change pad time past 3 times for day. You know, so it just depends on how bad you flow the camp, then will determine how you for use or change the pad. The one that we know they get like Boku flow, you get for ensure say you change the pad maybe twice a day. Okay. You know, maybe we come up, we go obviously when I'm morning we use the new pad. We can always back you get for ensure okay change the pad. But if you find out say then the south side you go, you pad on the blood on Boku, say they leak now and just change the pad that 10 day. And also try for good was because obviously with the blood will come on, it give you some kind of
I must possible was
3 times. If you want to 4 times, it's okay, you know, because you get for normally possible at 3 times for us for day, you know. But if you know say, then obviously it can pass time because some man go say okay the period leak it kind of body, you know, if for don't have leg. So obviously when it comes to that, you get for like try for worse because period back like when they come out, we don't taper you, they put smell, some kind of foul odor.
Okay, so like the pad way you use how long when for the pay for? How many hours?
So yeah, so that's the thing. That's what I was. So it depends. So you flow. Okay. The one that will get heavy flow, they can treat at 40 inside it. Maybe they after, let's say they don't come or they don't go to school. After 3 hours, they go check. They find out say the pad it don't full, like blood don't go outside. At that point in time, they change the pad because if more blood come, it goes spill. You know, but the one that way they know say okay, they not get heavy flow, so then they can change yourself 3 times per day or even 2 times per day. Because if you go on about the check, sometimes if you see half blood a day, then kind of even need for change your pad at that point in time.
All right, so the theme for this year, World Menstrual Hygiene Day, now together for a period-friendly world. What does this theme also mean to salon?
Okay, for a period-friendly world. So basically, we live in a period-unfriendly world because for some people, they see currently, if not salon, people and they see menstruation as a taboo. You know, it's something to not be talked about in the schools, in the homes, in the communities. That they say, okay. And as until we not for talk about it, we'll just keep under a bed or under whatever, you know. And then also the people that can see this blood as something where it's unclean, it's impure, you know, and that's not the case because the blood are just blood with other affecting of the campara. So with these things, some man they think say, okay, I don't have a period because of them two things that I highlight, okay, you know, for Kanye and me because I don't have a period. Some women and self, they know say beginning on a period that they stay away from us, oh, not touch me, not Kanye and me. So people that can say back, oh, if period person the same period, you know, for touch food, you know, for make certain food there, you know, for touch certain thing there, you know, you go. I don't know what thing will happen, but they say that it's some kind of thing will go happen after that day. So it make there is this stigma around this whole period thing. We can make some mindset if you don't need period, it will shame. You know, for maybe go on side because they feel so if they can find out say I don't have a period, they could make me some type of way. Even self to the for even go buy the pad. Yeah, if let's say today to the man I say maybe what I should go buy a pad pharmacy or something, you watch me like I mean where make me for go by pad. You know, you have to you for go by pad. You understand? So they make the environment for this whole menstruation and period is very unfriendly because people they shy away from it. They make it like it's a bad thing. So I make the theme for this year. They emphasize, say, let we try for make them friendly. Let we try for normalize this thing because this not till that happens to every single woman or picking. It happens to all because this not till they lead for make you born picking.
All right, continue for the with Salmadu Banyawai, Programs Officer, Prevention First Initiative. We therefore talk about the World Menstrual Day, winner May 28th this year, and we they go to other studio guests. Winner Mamadou Bari, Project Officer, Advocacy for Women and Youth Empowerment. Now you don't suppose some of the things them own organization don't do, and we don't cancel the topic proper. What are some of the misconceptions then about menstruation?
Yes, so thank you very much. We get lots of misinformation around menstrual hygiene. I feel like this form part of the broader thing of a period unfriendly environment. If you go to certain countries, especially in Europe and the Western world, you know, this kind of conversation no really they exist anymore because everybody don't accept say this is a natural biological process and not something we need for height, you know, supposed to be hidden under bed. We need for talk about them, we need for empower girl picking them, and even the man then also need for serve as a support system. You know, Salma to talk about currently if you call your brother in house or any other boy picking say buy for me pad, it will start for leak this kind of way. And you know, just stop it. Even if you go to a pharmacy and ask for pad, the kind of way in the white is like now something bad you ask for.
Okay, you can buy pad for your sister.
Definitely. I come off from a full home, you know how it can happen. But for me, I feel like because of my exposure into this kind of conversation, it don't really help me for move past the kind of taboo way them feel say they exist with period menstrual hygiene. So as I be say, if even you go to a pharmacy and ask for pad, the people we they expect say for the pharmacy, we are health professionals, and the kind way then self they look at you, you will feel saying something wrong you ask for, and it's not wrong at all. You know, there are these people where they tell you say where they see you period, you know, for cook food just as you mentioned, and there is no scientific backing of most of them myths. They are nothing, no, they will really back them scientifically. So now just certain kind of people just feel say no more because this woman they in period not pure at all, not clean. So you no need for put hand na the food them we they eat, which is totally wrong. Yeah. So there are also people where they tell you say if woman they see in period, you're not supposed to take part in activities like let's say social activities. Then just feels no more. Maybe if you did part of a social activity, then there is high chance for like you period the blood start for exposed. It can happen, but there are mitigation means just as you mentioned. As women, if we empower them on how they will really take care of themselves, then there is no problem. You can be part of whatever environment you want. It's no challenge at all. And there are people where they also tell you say because you're a woman, you see you period, you know, for take part into sporting activities, which for me I find that they very disturbing because women in a very supportive system in the environments generally, and if we start to exclude them because of them they face certain kind of biological process, then it's a problem. And there are people who feel like we just need for hide the conversation. And even the Quran, the religious books them where we get, both the Quran and the Bible talk about menstruation, which tells you what is something we need for hide. If it was that dirty, then do these books not for the menstrual. So we really need for discuss on them and allow for break the stigma around them.
Right, so what are some of the stigmas then we girl picking the face about where for do the misconception then we get to do with menstruation?
Naturally, some girl picking can tend for lose confidence, especially in a male-dominated environment like Sierra Leone. Even in schools, you know, you dinner school, you start for CEP, or that moment it can become very awkward because we not establish it in an environment where boy picking and go accept say this natural process where they happen and we need for support we girl picking them. So it can be very awkward, that moment for gapuna bathroom, and we also they face challenges. We not get a standard wash facilities even in public spaces. If you go to schools now, they see there is a bathroom where it is encrypted that here are for women and here is for men, and people doesn't even respect that. They see boy picking a guna, girl picking bathroom, and that is not supposed to happen, because women need more support, and that is more the reason why there is this separation. So we know they get that kind of support for the woman and the environment, and so people, I don't know what type of archaic view is that. They feel say no more. Even period is part of the things where they feel say woman not for lead in society, especially in traditional opportunities for lead. Them feel say no more because this woman get this kind of vulnerability and it see period every month. Then feel say no more that kind. It could go be a challenge for serve. So then try for discriminating kind of people, which is really not supposed to happen.
All right, Mahmoud Bari, Project Officer, Advocacy for Women and Youth Empowerment, with the effort talk for the World Menstrual Hygiene Day, we na May 28th. This year, continue for the week inside the program as we look at another issue. The male officer for Saint Salon, Edward Bowie, say the community assessment scorecard reports we then do now 23 chiefdom then show say some of the health facility then chiefdom there get shortage of staff. We don't unbox service delivery now then different health facility there. It took this is our media engagement where Saint Salon get also then go pull the community assessment scorecard reports now do. I'll be the part of this engagement and put these reports together. Assessment reports. Now reports we send Salon do under the More Than a Woman Project Phase 3, where Irish Aid the support send Salon for implement. This report in focus now for assess quality and accountability of public service delivery. Now 23 chiefdom them inside 5 districts when are Bond, Falaba, Kailan, Kenema, and Kono districts. And for no the team them where this reports make, send Salon don't get media engagement. Also then go talk bottom of the team them where they inside this report. The mill manager and Saint Salon, Edward Bori, talk bottom of the team them where they inside this report.
So one major finding for all the children we went is for all the health facilities reports we got from members is that those health facilities they provide the ANC visit, which is the antenatal care, the PNC, which is the postnatal care, and also family planning. But one major result of finding from the overall we had was the staffing shortages occur within those health centers. A health facility that is supposed to have like 4 or 5 people, nurses working there on government payroll, we only have like 1 or 2, and the rest are supporting those 2 that are working there. And around climate governance, most students lack disaster preparedness plan. Women participation in leadership structures have greatly improved, in which most of the children now they support women in running for positions. To move to social protection, the school feeding program is really generally performing well in those children. However, cash transfer is a problem, in which cash transfer support provided by NACSA through support they get from other agencies. It's a really big problem because communities raise concerns around politicization of those processes.
Edward Borike on for talk about some of the recommendation them where they said this report.
For one strategic recommendation for government and MDs, we want increased investment in frontline health staffing and also try to strengthen district level governance, climate governance systems, and allocate dedicated adaptation budgets. We also try to improve enforcement of environmental protection bylaws, and we also try to expand on survivor-centered GBV response systems, ensuring that the psychosocial support and also the legal support is being provided in the citizens' doorstep. And strategic recommendations for the local council and communities. We want to try to promote inclusive governance structure. We also try to institutionalize community scorecarding. We've seen from this report that the scorecarding is very important because with this you can get instant feedback from service users on reports on service delivered by service providers. So in the community scorecard should be a process that should be done maybe even quarterly in those regions or districts. We should also support women's participation not only in leadership but also in budgeting and also resource allocation. The women should not just be there to discuss issues not related to finance. If issues of finance come in, don't get them out. Get them in the meeting as well.
After we don't present some of the things them where they inside the community scorecard assessment reports, the country director for Saint Salon, Joseph Ayamga, began this for C.
Civil society organization, we should make sure that we engage people. As journalists, you should ask critical questions so that those who are responsible for the services to be made, they should be able to do it. If they are not also able to deliver the services, they also have the responsibility to explain to citizens. So governance is not always saying that you don't have, but you should be able to make it public why you are not able to provide certain services for the citizens. And this is what we call good governance.
Joseph Ayamga end up call on governments and other body them for looking at this report and implement the recommendation them with this report for the Society for Radio Democracy. Mastan Swahili the report. Program na midday show where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get Salmadu Banyawai, we are the programs officer, Prevention First Initiative, where they are for talk about World Menstrual Hygiene, and also we get Mamadou Bari, Project Officer, Advocacy for Women and Youth Empowerment. Now to we other studio guest winner Salmadu Banyawai, Programs Officer, Prevention First Initiative. What are some of the challenge them we girl picking in the face regarding menstrual hygiene?
Okay, so the most important, well, I'm not going to say most important, but the first challenge we most girl picking in the face when it comes to menstruation and menstrual hygiene, now the products them of menstruation, you know, because firstly, the products are expensive, you know. Pad right now, some pad and they 50,000, you know. I mean, a woman they see in period every month inside 12 months, so multiply 12 by 50, you know, that have good money. Like even the picking and say they can't even afford that 1 K per day. So the cost at which the prices at which they pad then they go right now, it's a lot. You know, and I make some people like revert to waiting because they're not able to afford the pad, they go to waiting for use pieces. And everywhere they use the pieces, they're not going to take care of them fine. You know, so some people then say back this outside and they for able to get access to the pad back now that issue, especially the one then at the rural areas them because maybe the outside they sell the pad, the shop people they far away from the house, you know. So access to the these menstrual products now one issue, one challenge where they face. Another thing back where they face now lack of education and awareness, you know, because not all man who say if you not change the pad frequency you get infection, not all man who say if you get infection you go lead to infertility, you know, due to lack of proper menstrual hygiene, you know. Not all men are aware about this menstrual hygiene practices the way Abdul mentioned earlier. So this lack of education and lack of awareness within surrounding menstruation are another challenge they face. And also lack of the water facility, you know, water not there in the country. So if some schools then say they don't get enough water for me picking it, because like I say, with when it comes to menstruation, you get for get water because this not till you get for use for cleaning safe, you know. And if water not there, you don't get you cleaning safe. You not cleaning safe fine, you get infection. Also, if water not there, you don't get you wash fine, you don't get you wash treatment per day. You know, like kind of mentioned. So lack of this water is so now another issue now the when it comes to menstruation. Another thing back now the like my colleague mentioned now the stigma, the myth and misconceptions them back. Another big challenge because a man imagine they talk say, oh, you know, for make this food on a period, you know, for make this food on a period. I mean, then kind of thing and they, or you know, for go decide because you're on a period, you know, for take part in sports because you're in a period. That's another challenge back with people in the face. And finally back then gets this the pain when it comes to menstruation, the menstrual symptoms them back, you know, easy as a woman there, you know. Because a man if you see in period today, you better go sorry for him because it's so painful and then you know get the hormonal imbalance with the hormones, we mood, everything they change. So that's another challenge when it comes to menstruation.
So
and
also
hygiene.
with all the challenges there, so we don't talk about how government and other body then go and say then address the challenges there we get for do with menstruation.
Okay, so firstly, I think we need to get a multi-sectoral approach when it comes to these things because now different sectors and the governments will come together for you know tackle this. You get Ministry of Health, you get the Ministry of Gender, Ministry of the Basic Sciences, and they all need to come together and tackle this here. So because menstrual hygiene, you get different ways how you go present it for making out them challenges there. So also what we do so right now is another way for help eradicate them challenges there. So like this media sensitization, can the media can talk to people, they explain to them what's the need for no, you know, for make them know and be educated about these things. Also the cost of price, me I plead, the cost of pad. The pad is very, that's for me now, for the one that we not able to afford that, you know. And because if you never afford that, you got to go use pieces. That pieces they're not going to take care of them, fine. You know, not going to be cleaner to the way how you for use so the way for cleaner like that. So if not cleaner fine, they make you prone to an infection. Yeah, so those are some of the ways I feel like we'll be able to tackle them challenges there for me. We live in a healthy world.
All right, Salmadu Banyawai, Programs Officer, Prevention First Initiative, We therefore talk about the World Menstrual Hygiene Day, and also we go to all our studio guests. Winner Mamadou Bari, Project Officer, Advocacy for Women and Youth Empowerment. Instead, therefore talk about the World Menstrual Hygiene Day. We don't talk about some of the challenges them we girl picking we woman in the face we campaign menstruation. Now, what's the role of parents then for promote menstrual awareness among young girl picking when they come up?
Yes, so I think parents gets the bigger role for play in all this conversation because the parents are the first teacher of every picking, irrespective of the gender, whether a boy picking or girl picking. So it starts from there. You know, there are some girl picking them where they're not ever exposed to conversation around menstruation. And one day no more, maybe between that in puberty stage, you see start for seeing period. And some of them can even start for afraid and don't know what thing that happen with them. So from that point, you don't start for instill fear in the picking them. So I feel like the parents really need for start for discuss with them picking them, prepare their mind even before they reach the time of menstruation. And also when they don't start for get menstruation, the parents really need for discuss with them the different hygiene processes we they really need for undergo and support them because the parents also are the bigger support system for picking them, give them the necessary support where they need, make sure say they get the available wash facilities, the parts them are available because if they not get them, then like just like when my colleagues say, they get them prone to infectious risk. You know, you get urinary tract infections, we get all other kind of infections as well. So it's important they're able to get them kind of services there. And to the government, and I think we need for develop policies where they address some of the challenges there, especially the male involvement strategy. I feel like one of the reasons why the stigma don't exist so long now because we're not able to forget the boy picking a yet for really accept it. This is natural, this is not dirty, this is not shameful. We need to talk about it. And the moment we're able to forget the boy picking and for accept that, then we are good to go. And I don't know what's not the process on the importation of pads, but I feel like if there is already a levy tax against this product, I recommend governments for try for subsidize, make sure say these things are not taxed, they become free for importation because then they help for reduce the cost. And I also they encourage organizations and even with the young people for also involved into an innovative approaches. I mean, developing the parts, reusable parts. Currently in the country, we get a lot of people where they develop healthy reusable parts. I feel like if we get more of them opportunities there, it will really help for reduce the cost and the too much importation of parts into the country.
All right. Amadou Bari, Project Officer, Advocacy for Women and Youth Empowerment, and also Salmadou Banyawai, Programs Officer, Prevention First Initiative. We then begin at the program for talk about World Menstrual Hygiene. Then we're plenty thank you for when I join you inside the program today. Well, Fambul, now this edition of the program, made the show go left for today. Plenty thank you to my producer, Theodore Arena, and to my camera Bangura. We make on us live na Facebook and to DJ Schoolface for in technical support. May we bring this edition of the program. May the show come to you. My name is Master Swagger. This is Tata.